So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand one of the most important charts in Vedic Astrology. And here I'm talking about the Sun chart. I know many of you are familiar with the Lagna chart or the D1 chart, D9 chart, Navamsha chart, D10 the Smash Kundli, Moon chart or any other charts, but there are many few of you that will actually understand the Sun chart in the correct way. And first of all, what is the use of this chart? This is the main question. Like, if all the charts are there, then why this Sun chart is very important. Suppose you go to astrologer and you ask different questions like, when I'm going to get married, when will I find a job, is there a combinations present in my chart to becoming a millionaire or a billionaire or not, whether my chart is more suitable for job and business. Now these are the mundane questions which you can actually look into the D1 chart or the divisional charts and you will be able to answer all that questions. But there are very few clients that come to astrologers that will actually want to understand the karmas. Like, I get divorced in the year 2016. So what is the karmic connection between me and my life partner? My child is born with autism. Why my child is born with autism? Like, what did I have done in my past life? What is my karma? Then you understand as far as or as soon as the complexity of your questions, if that is getting more deepen and more you are going or entering into the soul level questions, if you are asking the questions with regards to karma connection, then the Surya chart or SURYA LAGNA KUNDALI will eventually help you to identify the answers of all these questions. Now, in my personal experience, suppose how I actually study Vedic astrological charts. I know there are many individuals, they are having their own ways of studying the Vedic astrology charts. But if suppose someone come to me to look into my chart and I want to have the full chart consultation, I need to understand everything. So first of all, what I do, I put that D1 chart in front of my eyes. That is the Lagna Kundali, and which is the most important chart in Vedic astrology, there is no doubt. Then I look into the Moon chart. This is the second important chart in Vedic astrology. And next I looked into the Bhavachali chart also. Now I have already made the videos over the Moon chart and the Bhavachali chart. If you have not watched that videos, you are missing something which is very important. Your predictions are going to go haywire, or you will not be able to predict up to very precise levels if you are not using the Moon chart and the Bhavachali chart in your predictions. Then next comes is the Sun chart, Surya Kundli or the SURYA LAGNA KUNDALI, and then you need to go into the D9, D10 or even the D60 Sashti chart, and then you can pay attention towards the Vimshotri Mahadashas also. Then you need to pay attention towards the degrees of planets, nakshatras of planets, conjunctions of planets, like which planet is doing that thing. So in that way you can do. So the importance of Sun chart is very high, specifically in the nowadays, in the 21st century, where everyone is they fail to understand why certain things happen with me. So if you want to understand the complexity of your questions in the more detailed manner, then with the help of Surya chart, you will be able to gain the guidance in your chart. Because you need to understand one very important thing here. Surya represents the Atman. I made one video already on the Atam Kark planet in Vedic astrology. Atam Kark is your soul significator. So soul is actually governed by planet Surya. Without Sun, nothing is there. Even the Jyotish will not exist without Surya. In our, if you go to my village actually, and my father nowadays, he still used to plot that manual charts. So if you go to him, he will open the patri of that certain year. Suppose you were born in 1996. So he will open up the patri of the 1996. Then he bring that patri. Patri means this is a tool which we will use to help to actually plot the planets, plot your D1 chart and all the other charts. So when my father used to plot any chart, after that outline boundaries, then cutting it, making the 12 houses, the very first thing my father do is actually identify Surya. or in which zodiac sign the Surya is posited. So suppose I have already made that 12 houses on a piece of paper. So my mother used to pick Surya and then place the Surya in whichever zodiac sign or house Surya is posited. Then in the weekday order, Sun, Moon, Mars, and then next planet is Mercury. Then in the weekday Lord, my father used to place the planets. It's not like that you are making the chart and then from first house you are start writing the planets. This is not the accurate way, because it is believed in our Hindu tradition or the family which I belong to, Surya is the giver of everything. Surya is father, Surya is the giver of light, or sun will give you everything in your life. Without sun there is nothing there, okay? Even in our ancient Puranas, Rig Veda, the Surya or the sun god is deeply interconnected with Lord Vishnu. And Vishnu is the creator, preserver and even the destroyer. So that is the supreme energy or the supreme entity in our Hindu tradition. Now you need to understand one very important thing here. If sun is the giver of everything and sun is the most important planet in Vedic astrology, why we will not be able to use the sun chart in the primarily basis? Why we are using the Lagna chart, moon chart, Bhavchali chart, and then we are actually going into the Surya Lagna chart? I told you it depends upon the kind of questions that you want to understand in your life. If you are having the mundane questions of the marriage, timings of something, then you can identify using the D1 and the moon chart. These are the charts which will help you to identify your questions with the help of particularly timings. But suppose your questions are not actually based upon timely manner. Your questions are more based upon the karmic manner. You are more focused over the spiritual side of the life, or you are more focused upon learning Vedic astrology rather than knowing anything with regards to your chart. Then you need to actually go and plot your sun chart and then study this chart in the more detailed manner. And I told you, you need to plot it on the manual basis. In this way, the planetary energies are actually manifesting over there. When the new child is born and you will go to the your Kul Purohit or the Pandit of your household, whosoever is going to be, who is actually going to do the Namkaran of your children. There are total like sanskaras in Vedic astrology. So the first sanskar is of Namkarana as well. So when you do the Namkaran of your child, on the same day, the astrologer is going to plot the Kundli of that small baby who is like maybe 2-3 months old. So on that way, that astrologer is going to do the Namkaran, at the same time he is going to plot the chart. So that first time, I don't know how you do, like when your first chart is plotted, if you ask that Kul Purohit as well, that Kul Purohit is also going to first of all put the Surya in the Kundli. It means the first Bij Atma, or the very first thing that will help us in the creation is the Surya. Now if you want to understand the purpose of your birth, why you were born on this planet Earth, you need to pay attention towards the sun chart. Surya Lagna Kundali will help you to understand the soul purpose. Atman, why your Atman have only take Janma in this present household, in this family, why with that siblings. So if you want to understand why I am born and brought up in certain kind of a family, Surya chart will help you to identify its answer. Your Lagna Kundali will not help us to find out in the more detailed manner. Sun will eventually help you to find out the answers of this question. Even if you want to understand the karmas over the soul level. Now what are the soul level karma? I will explain you. Suppose there are two people, they both are doing a 9-to-5 job, okay? I asked the first person, like, why you are doing a 9-to-5 job? So he politely replied, I'm doing a 9-to-5 job just for the purpose of acquiring money in my life. So you understand what is the purpose? That is the purpose of acquiring money. The same question I asked to second person who is also doing the same 9-to-5 job. Like, what is your purpose? Why you are doing a 9-to-5 job? So he replied, I need to do some contribution in the society, or some valuable contribution in the society. So you see the difference coming in the intent of these people. The first person's intent is only for the purpose of acquiring money, and second is telling me like I need to do some contribution in the society. So how the intent of two persons are different? This is connected with the soul level karma, or that is the Surya Lagna Kundali, or your sun chart will eventually help us to understand these things. Even if you want to understand the karmic relationship between you and your children, specifically children I'm talking about. Many of parents nowadays, they are like very concerned with the children. And I will tell you, after family, after your wife, the next important is your children. So the maximum amount of karma in your horoscope which you are going to exhibit is first with your family, second with your wife, and third with your children, that is your own children. And then next comes the siblings and all the other things, because children are your own creation. Now if you want to understand the questions like why I have only received this child, why he's not listening to me, or why she's not listening to me, or like why they are giving me lot of mental pain, why my career growth have totally stopped after having the childbirth, or why sometime in the positive way me and my partner, we are earning that much, and after having this child we are earning that much amount of money. So why this thing is happening? The answer of that why actually lies from the Surya Lagna Kundali into your 5th house. This will actually help you to identify the karmic connection between you and your children. Whatever the pain, whatever the sufferings that are actually coming is going to be identified with the help of that 5th house. Similarly, if you want to identify the karmic connection between you and your spouse or your life partner. Now there are many individuals that are actually going to have the on and off kind of a relationship. Like with the similar person, you understand? On and off mean 2 to 3 month relationship is going very good, and then next 2-3 months the relationship is totally off. Then next 2 to 3 months the same person is coming back and same relationship is going. So that is also a karmic thing. Now if you are asking these questions like why my karma is only connected with this person, why only that same person is returning back and I'm not be able to have full separation, this is on and off. So why these things? This is going to be answered with the help of your Surya Lagna Kundali. Now apart from that question and answer part, I know you are also, if you are watching this video, you are also like intermediate level of, or maybe advanced level of Vedic astrologer. But if you are like learning and watching these videos, apart from this answer and question, sun chart or the Surya Lagna purpose is also going to describe the purpose of your life, or the purpose of your soul, that why you have incarnated in this universe. Now there are many other astrologers that will say Mars is the reason you were born on this universe, because Mars is the natural Aries. Okay, in the Kalpursh Kundli, the zodiac sign of Aries is controlled by planet Mars. It means Mars is the reason why you have taken birth in this life. Okay, but I understand first house is the physical self. So your physical body have came into existence because of the first house and because of planet Mars. But in the same Kalpursh Kundli, 5th house is controlled by the sign of Leo, and which is ruled by planet Surya, and Surya is your Atman. So that is actually going to represent why your Atman, that is your soul, only have picked this body. It may be my soul might not going to choose me and may have entered into some different body. Because soul is like you cannot see soul with your naked eyes. This is just like your angushta mean that this is the size of the soul. Okay, this thing. So soul must need some physical body, so that soul can enter into that particular soul, that physical body, and then start performing whatever the leftover karmas are going to be present. So why soul only choose you in that physical form? Why not your soul have chosen some third or maybe some next or some? Why these things? So that is the Surya, which will actually help you to burn your karmas also. Burning of karma mean 5th house is your past life deeds, Purva Punya Bhav. So suppose you have completed 20% of your Purva Punya Bhava, or you have completed your 20% deeds from the past life, but there are some leftover karmas from the past life that you are bringing in this present life. Suppose you have taken debt in the past life from someone and you have not returned money back to that person and you died. Now after the death, don't think like that my soul is going to escape or I'm not going to have ever repaid my debt. you need to actually take the rebirth in the form of an animal or maybe human body to actually repay that debt back to that person. Because this is the siddhant of the karma as well, which Lord Krishna have like beautifully told in the Mahabharata and the shlokas of the Mahabharata. You will be able to understand the that Lord Krishna used to say Vidhi ka vidhan atal hai. So the Vidhi ka vidhan atal, it means you cannot change what is predestined in your life. So what is predestined in your life, that is actually connected with this Surya, and sun is the soul, which is the you have no capacity to first of all change your soul, that is your Atman. Now this is not in your hand to gain control. Okay, let me take incarnation in this particular body, in this household. You will not be able to choose that thing. So Surya is that deciding planet. Sun is going to decide based upon your past life karmas, like whether you are going to manifest in this present life in the form of this person or that person or some other person. So that Surya chart or that Sun Lagna Kundali will help you to identify all that karmas. Now there is one more important chart, that is the Sudarshan Chakra as well. Now in nowadays I will tell you there are very few astrologers that know how to plot Sudarshan Chakra also. Sudarshan Chakra is a chart which is plotted first of all over your natal birth chart, D1 chart. Then in the outer boundary you can plot the moon chart. Then in the last outer boundary you can plot the sun chart, so that at least your Lagna, your moon and your sun is aligned in one direction. I'm going to use some illustration purposes maybe in some next video, but suppose you are Aries ascendant, so your Lagna is Aries, we will plot that thing as it is. Suppose your moon is posited in the second house in the sign of Taurus, then we will plot moon in the outer boundary number 2. Then suppose your sun is posited in the 4th house in the sign of Cancer, then we will plot the sign of Cancer in the 3rd and putting 4 over there. So you see the 4, 2 and 1, we are inclining all that 3 energies, that is your physical self, that is next is your mental, and next is your soul level karma. So balancing of that karmas in one single axis is known as the Sudarshan Chakra. Now Sudarshan Chakra will also help us to actually find out many things. Now there are many people whose Lagna chart and moon chart is same because the moon is posited in their Lagna. There are many other individuals that are having sun and moon in the first house and Lagna is also same. So that is your own Sudarshan Chakra. Now with the help of that chart we will be able to go deeply into understanding what is your physical karma, like physical karmas that you need to do. I am communicating now, so this is my physical karma. If you are going to gym burning something, that is your karma. If you are going to job, going in a bus, going in a car, any physical movement represented through Lagna. Next is the mental level karma, which is governed by planet moon or the moon chart in Vedic astrology. Like what you are thinking, what is your intent, why you are doing that thing, or what is on the emotional level you are thinking. So that emotional level thinking is represented by the planet moon or the moon chart in Vedic astrology. And last is your Atman, that is your soul, which will help you to identify what is good and what is bad. So that soul chart will help you to identify what is good for you and what is bad for you. Even at the time of decision making, suppose you are crossing the road, okay, and then car comes in this direction and you are just about near to hit the car. Now what you are going to do? First is your, like, physically you will see something, but first of all mentally you are going to think something, maybe I will move backward or move in the front direction, or maybe I will sit so that I can escape from this accident. And your Atman will actually going to guide you. Atman will give guidance to your mind, and then this will give guidance to your physical self. So this is coming from the external side to the outer side. In this way you can understand your Surya Lagna Kundali, and please don't underestimate this chart. This is one of the most precious charts in Vedic astrology, which I also considered one of the most important charts. So your D1 Lagna chart, that is your moon chart, even your Bhavchali chart and your sun chart, they are very important. Now if you have not watched that videos, you can definitely go to these videos, or I will link that thing in the description section below, so you can please watch that videos as well. And I hope you have gained some deep insights in this video with me. If you are having any queries, any consultations with regards to your sun, moon or any other chart, so you can feel free to contact me at my email ID. and I will try my best to respond you back as soon as possible. So till then, please subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you're really enjoying my videos. And I'm going to meet you very soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.